Now let's get on to our African champion segment.
African champions.
African champion.
African champions. African champions.
Amílcar Lopes da Costa Cabral is our African champion today.
You be champion.
Now, Amílcar Lopes da Costa Cabral was from Guinea-Bissau. He's an agricultural engineer, intellectual poet, revolutionary political organizer, nationalist and diplomat. Now, he was one of Africa's foremost anti-colonial leaders. He is the founder and secretary general of the African Party for the Independence of Guinea and Cape Verde. Contributed greatly to Guinea-Bissau independence. He was a leading African thinker of the 20th century. Now, Cabral led the PAGC's guerrilla movement in Portuguese Guinea against the Portuguese government, which evolved into one of the most successful wars of independence in modern African history. Now, the goal of the conflict was to attain independence for both Portuguese Guinea and Cape Verde. Over the course of the conflict, as the movement captured territory from the Portuguese, Cabral became the de facto leader of a large portion of what's become Guinea-Bissau. In preparation for the independence war, Cabral set up training camps in Ghana with the permission of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Cabral trained his lieutenants through various techniques, including mock conversations, to provide them with effective communication skills. To enhance them when it gets to the part where they'll have to, interact with other, parties. So it was actually a very, very, important part of the whole fight towards independence. So this was also to aid their effort to mobilize Guinean tribal chiefs to support the PAGC. Now, Cabral realized the war efforts could be sustained only if his troops could be fed and taught to live off the land alongside the larger populace. Now, being an agronomist, he taught his troops to teach local crop growers better farming techniques so that they could increase productivity and be able to feed their own family and tribe, as well as the soldiers enlisted in the PAIGC's military wing. When not fighting, the soldiers tilled and plowed the fields alongside the local population. Now, Cabral and his movement, the PAIGC, also set up a trade and barter bazaar system that moved around the country and made staple goods available to the countryside at prices lower than that of colonial store owners. During the war, Cabral also set up a roving hospital and triage station to give medical care to wounded soldiers and quality of life care to the larger populace, relying on medical supplies garnered from the USSR and Sweden. The bazaars and triage stations were at the first stationary until they came under attack from Portuguese regime forces. But then look at all that he had done, gathering the people, letting them understand that they need to retake what belongs to them. And it's not just about gathering the soldiers and let's go fight, but he also empowered them. He's an agricultural person himself. He's into agro, so he taught them how to use the land, utilize the land, cultivate, feed their families, feed the soldiers, and even communication skills that he actually taught his soldiers, which could aid them talk to the local chiefs to join in hands to take their country from the foreigners. Great one. And of course, I told you that there's a bond, there's a link between Guinea-Bissau and, as a matter of fact, the two Guineas. I mean, Guinea, Conakry, and even Guinea-Bissau. So there's a link establishing a base with the permission of Osage for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah to have his soldiers here train and, of course, get them empowered. So this is what we're looking at. I mean, Nkrumah he's traveled all after independence. He's traveled all over countries, all over the African countries, to ensure and to see to the actualization of the African unity. And this is not an exclusion. This country, as a matter of fact, got it's that's where the driving force came from. And having that bond with Ghana is actually a great thing. So this is our African champion for today from Guinea-Bissau. As a matter of fact, his half-brother, later became the president. So Amílcar Lopes da Costa Cabral is our African champion for today.
You are an African champion.
Log on to africaglobalradio.com for more bits on African champion.